And we are live, I think. Are we? I'm lagging so much. I'm trying to check the quality of the stream and I still haven't even gone live. There's the swipe. There I am. Am I? Hello, testing. And we are live. Are we? I'm lagging so much. I'm trying to check the quality of the stream. There we are. So I have a few thingies left to do. With this, well, there should be a lot left to do, but objectively and realistically speaking, there's only a couple of things that I'm going to do. And I don't know if I should make two versions of this. If I should groom this in. Toss hair. Is that enough? I also have to add some hair in the to the legs and the arms here, as I had done on the stretched arms. I have to check for some of my own reference to see exactly what I did. I'd like to finish this guy today. I don't know if it's doable. Hey Pangu, how are you? I need to make some hair in the arms, because I think that's what I did with the extended wings. Where even is it? I think this is it. And the extended wings. Where even are the extended wings? So it should be a little bit in this sort of section. I'm fine too, just a little tired. I don't know why. It's been kind of an intense week. Did you get a new phone or did you get it fixed or something? How? It's probably not that long, it should be like there, I think. Here too. Just some hair here in the arm. Yeah, when I think about it, I don't even know what I did during the week. I feel like it went by really quickly, but it was also exhausting for some reason. Is it the same length? Maybe it's a little bit more here. I think I saved some presets for this fibers, but who knows. Is that it? No, that's... Why is that so short? Is that... No, that's too much. That's probably the preset for the body. That's... Why is it always the same? I save some preset and I try to apply it again and it doesn't quite work, it doesn't look the same. I should add some hair here in the legs as well. Is that... It's not really symmetrical, I think. I don't want it to collide with the wings, I don't want it to clip through. It's so hard to... kind of hard to determine how far should it go. I don't know if I also saved a preset for this, but it's probably not going to work the exact same way. I never know why that happens. Let's see. Oh, it's probably a lot of hair because it's not the full circumference, I guess. Maybe I should do... So hard to see anything with the wings getting in the way. But precisely I have to see where the wing ends. How much do they cover? I'm trying to get this guy finished today. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. I feel like I haven't made any real progress in a while. It's also true that I had some shorter streams this week, but it felt like very little progress, what I've done. Oh, here's gonna clip a little bit here, so maybe I should make it shorter in this area. It's still kind of getting in the way. Are the legs even different? Because now that I think about it, I had already done some hair for the legs. Is this what it is? Does it clip? Oh, is it because it doesn't connect here? Oh yeah, and it clips through the wing here. That's why I had to sort of remade it for the folded wings version. Okay, that wing really ends there. This one. Where the heck? Here. Oh, it's really sticking out through this, even though maybe I should unmask this part. Just in this side. Because the wing here is too close to the thigh. This is not really visible because one wing is covering the other, but I'd like to have like a complete model without this problems. So there's just hair down here. Maybe I could make it closer to this edge. It doesn't need to be so sparse in here. And the other wing. This is it. Oh, here there's. Maybe here I can make it sharper and closer to this edge, but here I should probably unmask this part, or it's gonna end up clipping through as well. Is that more or less correct? This hair looks weirdly even. Maybe I should reduce the amount of fibers a little bit, because this is the same settings that I had for going around the entire leg. Now there's a gap in here. It's a smaller section, so it shouldn't be the same amount. Maybe this way? It's been so trial and error, this whole process. That's probably why I haven't really made a lot of progress this entire week, but I guess it's kind of going. Let's accept this. In the worst case scenario, I will use some glooming brush or do something extra with this. What do I have to do? Oh, the arms. I gave up on the arms because the preset that I had was not working. But how about this same one from the legs? It's too long for starters. I don't know if this clipping here, I should probably avoid. Something like that. Oh, not that much. That's kind of the whole point. How's that gonna look like next to the fur in the body is the question. Is it going to look at all like it connects, or not even close? Maybe it should be longer. I don't even remember how I did the... Again, I set the exact same presets and I try to apply it again and it's not the same. I never know what it is, why it does that. I wish I could see the fibers through here. Probably I should remove a larger area here. Is that too much? This has ended up having so many parts that I can no longer find anything. Oh, this is the arm hair that I did before. It's kind of thicker. It's kind of sparse. It's not really like this. It's, yeah, this is a very big amount. Maybe I could make it a little bit thicker. What is that coverage? Is that too much? I feel like that feels better. That's the worst kind of thing that I always complain about, how I end up having to match things and really eyeball them because there's no measurable way of matching anything. It's just eyeballing and I'm not comfortable with that at all. It's very hard to match some things. Here, where's the wing in this one? It should end here, kind of. so it won't clip so much with a wing. And I should remove this part too. I don't know if this is really the correct length compared to the other arm. It ends kind of here on the... That's why symmetry is so good when you have it and when you can use it, because trying to match something, eyeballing it, I'm never happy with what I end up doing. Okay, let's try now here these same values. Let's see how they interact with the wing, how they kind of connect with the rest of the fur. Doesn't really connect an awful lot, but I think it's more the fault of I might do I might redo the torso. I'm gonna save here just in case. I feel like this fur, maybe I should redo. Is this the whole body one? No. Did the stream go down all the way? Did the stream go down all the way? Looks like it's working now, but I don't know if it got completely disconnected. I don't know why OBS did that, or if it's just my internet. I don't know if I'm gonna have to redo this hair. Okay, I think this stream wasn't completely interrupted. Luckily, there's like a protection thingy. I'm not even sure what it is. I don't know if the stream sort of restarted or if Twitch sent the notification again. Looks like the stream is still up. I don't know what it was. OBS got disconnected for a while. This should probably... I don't know why I made this so asymmetric. I should try to bring back the symmetry. This wing here. I moved it like too far back. This should have been more symmetrical, even though the wings are completely asymmetrical. Again, I don't know if OBS sent a new notification for a new beginning of a stream or something. Not OBS, Twitch. OBS got disconnected. I don't know. The stream ended and restarted. I wish I could be finishing this instead of having to be redoing a lot of things that I've already done. But well, I want to finish it the right way, and I want to be sort of satisfied with it. I already finished a character not being happy with it. I'm hearing some weird sounds that I don't know where they come from. Maybe from the living room? Is a TV on somewhere? Do I have anything open? So weird, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to do this and groom again some part that clips through the chest or through the wing here. But let's... I think this worked with... This is one of the few times that it worked with some of the presets that I had. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Or is it this one? It's got to be this one. Let's... Here I already see some clipping. No. The grooming, it's groomer, hair toss. Let's mask this part out. Let's just flatten this here. Now let's hide this wing, this top wing. Wrong wing. And okay, of course. Let's flatten this hair here to get it out of the way of the wing. Wow, and it's still kind of not flat enough. Okay, I think that's kind of the right way for this. Let's unify this whole thing. Now we have, oh no. Oh. Is one wing hidden? What the hell is going on? I don't get it. Oh yeah, that is the wing. I thought there was hair missing here. I thought it was a body. No, it's the wing. That's why there is no hair. I don't know if it should be more tapered somehow. I feel like when bats are like wrapped around their wings, they look more like. Because I probably should have put the legs closer together. I'm taking some screenshots from every angle. Now that all the fur is in place. The hair in the ear looks kind of silly. Just a brush there and nothing else. Okay. I guess that's it for the fur and the wings and the things. Do I have two sets of legs? I think I only have two sets of fur. Right, because one has to get away from the wings and whatnot. I think I'm gonna have to duplicate the head to do some stuff to it. I don't know if I really need to do this, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to put like some kind of to extend the fur collar a little bit by adding some coming out of a head, really. Some fur. I don't know if that might help to sort of integrate the thing and maybe not make it look so much as a separate thing, which it is a separate thing, but let's try. I did save color fire. That's probably a huge amount because if that was the whole color, this is much. I don't really know if that adds something. It kind of intersects with the actual color hair instead of flowing in the same direction. I'm gonna try to finish this guy today, and if I cannot, I'll be back tomorrow, even if I have to simultaneously be here and over at Phil's. Phil doesn't really need me anyway. Maybe the gravity's too high. If it's stuck out more like that, maybe not so much. Maybe it would work better. I cannot even tell if it makes any difference or not. Maybe here lower the coverage a little bit. Increase the length. I think it does kind of work, completing this little bit, this union here of the head with the body, since he doesn't really have a neck. So I'm gonna keep it. I don't know now if this is a great idea, but I might try to add some kind of cheek hair. Maybe now let's bring back gravity. Let's maybe lower the amount of fibers again. That looks like sideburns. Let's lower the coverage a little bit. I don't know if that's the kind of thing that will make it look more like a character. And less like an animal. This kind of thing that kind of looks like a sideburn. Let's resharpen the mask. Jeffy, hey! How are you? Trying to get this guy finished. I thought of adding this sort of sideburns that aren't really sideburns, but to give some hair to the face, and also trying to give it some kind of character quality that makes it more like a character and less like an animal. How many segments does this have? That's a lot. I don't know if it's gonna work really, but just to try it out. I feel like the head, the face has very little detail, and I don't know what else to do. I don't want to make it. I don't want to cover it in hair completely. Maybe that kind of sideburns that kind of connects with the hair in the ears gives it a little bit of character, makes it look a bit more like an older character. The freaking wings keep getting in the way for pretty much everything. What did I do? Let's sharpen the mask again. So how are you? Are you doing something over the weekend? Going somewhere? I don't know. If they fall down like this, maybe they work better. I've been trying to pull them back. Maybe they should just fall down. Thinking about it, he's going to be upside down, so I don't know if they should go like up instead. I don't know what that is, but it looks nice. Traditional dish of the German regions of Swabia, Baden, Ergol, I'm butchering everything, and also in the Austrian regions of Tyrol, as well as Liechtenstein and Switzerland. Oh yeah, it does look like that. Looks great. I made some ham and cheese empanadas, which I rarely do. I generally just make that, either just basic beef empanadas or just cheese empanadas. Ham I rarely use because I don't like it too much. I don't dislike it. I feel like it almost tastes like nothing. It almost I feel like it adds very little. It's expensive and it doesn't taste too much to me. Our ham, anyway. I heard from some people that our ham doesn't really taste like anything compared to ham in other places. Probably it shouldn't go up. It's not that it has no taste whatsoever, but I feel like it's not super. Now the one that I use now worked great with the cheese that I used. It really made a difference, but a lot of the time I feel like it doesn't make a lot of difference. It doesn't really taste like much, and it doesn't contribute much, and it's sort of expensive for something that is not very flavorful to me. So I generally don't have it. But it was nice now. It was a good combination. I don't know if this is... How can I make them... without freaking eyeballing, because they're gonna be asymmetrical. Is this the right angle? Is it the right length? Maybe they're too long. I don't want it to look like some kind of weird whiskers, but I feel like this give him a little bit of character. Again, I've kept having the same problem with every single one. How do I make them look more like a character and less like a plain freaking animal? Without adding like very human features or accessories or anything. Let's save for the just in case. And again, I don't think I should give a lot more hair anywhere else, but let's try like a little something around the ears. Yeah, I like them too so far. The face, the whole head was looking kind of unfinished. Well, it is, and sort of lacking features. But now maybe that works. What? No, not this. Something. Not that exactly. Maybe shorter, fewer fibers. Shorter, or just with a stronger gravity profile. Oh, no, that's bending them too much. A little bit shorter. A little bit closer to the ear, maybe. I don't know if that adds anything. Maybe these are too thick. I should lower the coverage. I kind of like that. Maybe it should be closer to the ear. It's a bit too far, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I like this value. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna call them brows. I don't know what these are. They're not really the eyebrows, but it's kind of that. Should make them like here, closer to the ear, kind of avoiding this exact place where the two meet, because it's gonna put hair in a weird angle if it's really on the angle. But I don't want it to be so far from the ear as it was. Is the gravity too strong? Where did I put it? No. I can always put it in there and remove it if I don't like it for the final render. What does it look like from the front? really want to finish this guy already. I feel like I've been working on him all week and I've done like very little progress. Even in some... It's also true that I had some short streams on Phil days. I just went over to Phil and I streamed for only a little bit over an hour here, but I really feel like I haven't been making any progress. What does it look like from the back? At least I'm feeling better today. Yesterday I had a really weird day. I don't know why it hit me yesterday, because I am normally a very shy person. Streaming is not something that I ever thought I could do. I don't like my voice, I don't like talking over the phone with people or sending audios or anything. For some reason, yesterday in particular, I was feeling like really self-conscious. I almost didn't want to stream, but I felt like it's a Friday, I can have the full 4 hours for once. I should do it, and I really wanted to keep working on this guy and not extend it too much. But it was such a weird day, kind of out of nowhere. I was almost afraid I was going to have like a breakdown or something. I don't know why. Why yesterday? Why of all days? I don't know if I should start already trying to do some paint job. I had somewhere some kind of alpha that was a bit of a pattern that kind of looked like hair. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. Because otherwise I'm gonna end up using this dotted kind of thing. And I don't know, maybe it's this one? I feel like I've tried something before that. Which one is this? Is it this one? The kind of brownish color. It's too dark, too chocolatey. This is too reddish. I don't even know. Something like that is too dark, but and it shouldn't be symmetrical here in the seam. But will that give it some kind of look of kind of being like her hair, fur? It's too dark probably, but and the resolution is kind of low. I don't know if I should apply it on a high... Oh, there is a higher resolution. Yeah, I don't know what was the pattern. I always apply something like this and then I blur it out, so it's like a base that's kind of it's like a color, but it's not a flat solid color. But there was something... What the hell was the alpha? This is meant to look like veins or something, but I had done something before. Oh, maybe this is a bit more like it. It looks a bit too uniform. And it's probably not the right color, but as a base, maybe it looks a bit more like hair. Yeah. I feel like this looks a little bit more hair-like. Maybe this just is straight lines. That's the problem with these is that they tend to look a bit too uniform. And maybe I should give it a color, a flat color. Well, maybe they do work. I had not tried this before because I thought just this few lines. There's some literal straight lines. It's just to give it a sort of an illusion from the distance that it has some sort of texture, that it has some sort of pattern of hairs going in a specific direction. When it's nothing but a paint job. I think that could work. Without having to really apply fibers like in the actual body. This is probably not the right color, but I feel like this could work. What brush size is this? 6. Again, maybe probably not over the white base, but something like this on a lighter, on a darker base. It's not the freaking white. And I can even give it the direction of where the hair is sort of going. I think this could work. It's probably not ideal, but if the fibers were the same color. I don't necessarily want to make the face this dark, but it's for the sake of trying. Maybe I should save this brush. That's a separate thing, because I'm never gonna remember what the hell alpha I used. It's the most counterintuitive one. Precisely, I thought those stupid squiggly lines were not going to be good for anything, and that's... I feel like... would have worked. If I combined it with a lighter shade. I think it looks a bit more like fur? Question mark? Again, the nose should be kind of like pinkish, and probably nowhere in the hair it should be this dark. But I feel like it works, otherwise I'm gonna end up painting it like in a glorified flat color, or again this kind of marbly thing that I always do. I always do this as a bit of a... again, to break the monotony and the flat color kind of thing. But of course it doesn't... here it doesn't really work in that way, but if I, on top of that, I did a more directional kind of thing with this, maybe two layers, a lighter one, a dark one. It does look, these freaking lines look a little bit like a rake, but I feel that as a paint job from a certain distance, what the hell am I looking for? This. There's something even sort of painterly about it. Maybe that could be better. It looks kind of pixelated because the resolution isn't that high. Maybe we can try it in a higher resolution. What the hell are you talking about? Why is there no higher? Can I not? Oh, because it's masked. Well, fine. Maybe something like this. Well, it overlaps in a weird way sometimes in some angles, but it's kind of the basic idea. Here, I should maybe do it with a smaller brush to make it look like kind of like hair that goes in that direction. I don't freaking know, but I think it's the best I can do, and it's kind of better than anything I've done before when it comes to sort of painting hair. I don't know if it's capturing too dark. In my screen it's a little bit lighter than what I see on OBS. We have to add more quotes. I think the other day I added something. I added some commands as well. I added some counter for crashes. Because on that one day, ZBrush crashed 3 times, and I thought, well, let's add a freaking counter. I think this could work. Again, it still looks kind of pixelated, really up close. But I like this texture, really. I don't think I've done anything quite like that before. I'm gonna have to undo it, because if I had to sacrifice the masking of the ears, that was a bit of a pain in the ass to do. I'm gonna revert to everything. I kinda like that. For now I'm just gonna give it some kind of base, and then that is for all 3 times that it crashed on the same day. Not counting crashes from previous days, but what other count did I add? We added symmetry and death the other day. I think it's just that one that I added. Some freaking commands are really complicated. You have to enter like an entire freaking code. I added this hair here, kind of on the base of the head, but I'm not too crazy about it now that I added the sideburns. Maybe it should kind of connect a little bit. That count is very low. I'm always complaining about symmetry being off or on when I didn't need it to be on. I don't know what to do with this. Is this? No, this one, I think. This kind of extension to the color thing that I added, but it doesn't connect well with the actual color, and maybe it should connect with the sideburns. It looks very stiff, very straight compared to the actual color here that's more curvy. So I probably should try to redo it. Let's go back to the head, let's duplicate the head because I want to save that. This masking of the inside of the ear that was so hard to make because I had to make it with a tiny brush so it wouldn't bleed through the other side of the ear. And I'm gonna need it to paint inside of the ear, to paint it like a pink kind of shade. But yeah, to give it the hair kind of finishing, I'm probably gonna have to redo the masking anyway. Something here maybe that is symmetry on. Now it's on. Maybe it should go back all the way up here. Not really touch the ear because it's gonna come out in a weird angle. I don't know if it should go lower than that. I probably didn't even save that value, did I? Maybe it shouldn't even. Maybe it should be just a sort of a shape here and not really connect here in the back, because there's already the color is already filling all this area. Maybe it should be like some kind of extension of the sideburns there. Let's try it out. Where are we? Fiber mesh. Did I save? I didn't say that. That's a heck of a lot of hair because that's the same amount for the entire color. So it shouldn't be that much. It should be longer. Not that much. That's a heck of a lot. The gravity should be the coverage is kind of high. The gravity is too high. Would that connect better with everything? No, it's still a little bit stiff. Maybe it should fall forward. Well, the gravity is still very low. But maybe in this direction it would work better as a sort of complement between the color and between the sideburns. I don't even know if it should be falling forward like this. Gravity is very low anyway. The coverage is probably a bit too high. I can already see the fibers are really thick here. Maybe the sideburns are too. Where is coverage? Yeah, that is very high. Is 60 too low? This can be so freaking tedious, but I really... Oh, I changed it. Now they're kind of falling in the wrong direction probably, but... Okay, now preview. Yeah, it's kind of weird now if they stick out here so straight and they intersect with the color hair that's really going in a completely different direction. So maybe they shouldn't even go so far back here. Maybe it should be just kind of behind the ears and under the sideburns. Just that little curve there. In this direction. That's still too much, isn't it? The length is very high. Oh. I keep forgetting that I modify them in the wrong direction, and it's still very long, isn't it? The freaking... I should have taken care of all of this yesterday and just come here today and just do the paint job and just freaking finish it already. But well, I guess I still have a couple of hours for that. 2 hours and a half. It's not like, not all is lost. Should they fall down maybe? I mean go up, sort of, as it were. Is that a weird angle? This is probably going to take, I don't even know what am I going to do with the kind of translucency of the wings. I already tried something and it wasn't really working because if they are not really thin where they should be, they're really thin close to the bones or close to the finger because they had to connect with it and they don't have to get in the way. But they're not thin enough where they should be really thin. So I cannot apply like a normal kind of transparency thing because if they look really translucent here in the edge and kind of thick in the middle. And I need the opposite. I don't know if I can use like some sort of map, some sort of alpha for that kind of translucency. It's a complicated material. I feel like it's something that I might kind of insinuate or pretty much fake with the paint job if I make it lighter in the middle of a wing and or give it like a slightly pinkish way, like it's like subsurface scattering without being the real thing, and I just give it a somewhat flat material. I think like it's something that all that I can think of is sort of faking it because it's not really working what I tried and what I can think of in making it like really translucent, because it's not gonna look it's either gonna look transparent, which is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna look like it's made of like some kind of see-through fabric or something, and it's not the idea, or it's gonna look again fleshy but kind of translucent in all the wrong places. Not where it should be really thin. Okay, I don't know what the hell to do with this beard extension of the sideburns. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think it's better than what I had anyway. It's still intersecting in a weird way with the color, but it might sort of work. It's hair that's coming out of the head anyway. I don't freaking know. Whoops. What did I delete? Did I delete the... What? How many heads did I have? Did I delete something that I wasn't supposed to? What is this now? What the fuck did I delete? I don't freaking know. In any case, I feel like nothing is missing. All the 3 sets of hair are still here, the head is still here. Yeah, the wings are always getting in the way. Such a big freaking problem. This looks weird, but I've seen that looking like that. The elbow kind of poking out of the thing. Here there's also the curve of the other wing sort of sticking out. I've struggled so much with the freaking folded wings. I think that's also why it made like no progress for most of a week. Let's save it as a separate file just in case I deleted something I shouldn't have. Again, I don't know, and I don't think that's something that this needs, but I don't know if I should try to give it like some kind of real eyebrows. Not eyebrows, but some kind of hair that in the eyebrow area. Some kind of... That looks stupid as fuck, but let's try it as a... Again, like a little bit of hair, kind of like this here on top. Just to see if it does something. If it adds something. No. Okay, the length is pretty high. No, that's stupid. Maybe if they were like... brushed back. That's not much better, but it's not so terrible? Question mark. It would add some expression and something, but I don't fucking know. It makes me think more of a monkey right now with so much hair in the face. They could work, maybe. I don't know if they should be closer to the actual eyes. They're like too far up. I don't hate it so much. Again, it does make me think of a bit of a monkey. It's light right now because I haven't assigned any color or texture right now, but it shouldn't be light, this hair or the sideburns or anything. Maybe this could work if if we tried them like down here close. I don't want it to look like, too much like it's like he's frowning either. That's kind of a problem with eyebrows sometimes, especially the way I make eyebrows. I try to make them sort of curvy in a particular way, and I end up giving characters a sort of a weird frown. Let's apply them in this direction. Where the frick? Something like that. They're too long probably as well, yeah. Well, the length is kind of bring them down again. Looks a bit surprised. Because only because I didn't want to make, I don't want him to look riced. I don't want him to look like he's frowning. I don't know if I like him, to be honest. think I like them better up here. Well, not pointing down. Maybe I can invert the gravity. Not that much. Okay, but that's pushing them forward too much. Where the hell? Here. That curvy and that long, they look like very bushy eyelashes in the wrong place. I feel like that makes it a little bit more of a character, which is something that I can sort of get away with him. It's not something that I could have done with the turtle. I couldn't have given the turtle a beard or something because it was kind of like humanizing it. But this guy is supposed to have hair in the face. I don't freaking know. I need a bathroom break anyway. I will be right back. I'm back. Am I ready? Am I still online? The OBS went down earlier. I don't know if it chopped the stream in two. I don't know what's going on. And every now and then Twitch tells me, welcome to the chat, like I was offline or something, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? It does look a bit surprised this way. Oh, I have to look at it upside down anyway. I feel like that works better than the right side up. It's so weird to make a character to end up putting it upside down. It's suddenly more of a grandpa character. Like, he is supposed to be sort of old and wise. A lot of these characters are. A lot of them are the last member of their species. And this one's kind of friendly and everything, but at the same time is kind of frightened of the whole process, and Ergol sort of extracting some of his magic with the orb or the medallion or the whatever. It's probably gonna be an orb. Where the hell am I gonna put a medallion on this guy hanging upside down? Because part of the point of the device is that they are wearing it and it's touching them. And if this guy puts it on upside down, it's gonna be hanging like down here somewhere. It's not gonna be touching him. It's not gonna be doing anything. Or maybe it's just the fact that they are wearing it around their necks or something, but I have to make up my mind at some point of how this magic thing is going to work. Because the orb, I like the idea of the orb being like a thing that magically sort of materializes out of their bodies and into their bodies, and Ergol sort of extracts it with magic, but that's kind of a problem. Ergol doesn't do any magic himself. He could, but he's sort of reluctant, he's sort of afraid of it, he sort of thinks he's not worthy or not even magical himself. And if he's gonna be using magic all day, extracting the orbs from everyone, kind of defeats the purpose of that part of the story. But the freaking pendant medallions thingies are so weird to put on these characters. I don't even know. That's a problem for future me, hopefully not so distant in the future me. Is there some hair sticking out of here? I thought I had the freaking wings getting in the way. Which wing is which? There's some little particles here looking weird sticking out of his wing. What even is this hair? Is this what I'm looking for? It's like a single individual hair that might be there or not when we transfer to Keyshot. What is happening? Oh, this is the wrong brush completely. This is hair toss. If I try to fix it under the wing, I'm making it all worse. It should be somewhere here. I'm flattening the hair everywhere just to fix. I don't know if this is hair from the leg. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, it's not hair from the torso. It's this hair here. That I should probably groom a little bit back here. I feel like it's not doing it anymore. No, here, there's something here. What? Fuck. No, don't expose anything. That does nothing for me. Where was it? Oh, here. Here, I see it. Here. Let's pull it back in a little bit. Again, this is not even gonna be visible? No. Yeah, I did see it, so I did see it with the other wing on top, so I guess it is visible. What wing is this? Here. I have to try to check everything and try to see that everything works. I don't want to export it with all the literal thousands of fibers. Not 10,000, yeah, probably more than 10,000. This hair, why is this hair looking so thick in here? Is the hair from the extended wings just as thick? Am I gonna find it someday? Is this it? No, this is the ears. Why can't I ever find anything? Is this a hair from the... No. What the hell is this? The other hair, the other leg hair? It's also very thick, but because this is being like fully rendered and this is only vectors, because that's the quick way to display it without it being too heavy on the thing, so it's not like it's that much thicker probably. If you render it, this isn't going to be so thick and this is not going to be so thin. Yeah, it kind of matches. Not perfectly, but it does match. I don't know, it was just the angle or something that made me think it was way too thick. And the fact that it's... the other fibers are not really being rendered. Again, the eyebrows. Yay or nay? I feel like upside down it works better. And again, I feel like it's the kind of thing that gives it some character. And it's also going to have to be an added problem if I'm going to have to animate the freaking brows. It's not going to be super animated anyway. It's going to be more of an animatic thing. Again, it's kind of monkey-like. Is it the sideburns? What if we do the brows but not the sideburns? I don't know. It doesn't look much better to me. I do like the sideburns by now. They kind of complete the shape a bit more and it feels a bit more organic. The eyebrows, maybe they could be shorter. They're a bit too bushy. Maybe where's fiber mesh? A little bit lower coverage. A little bit shorter. They're still kind of bushy, but they might render a bit more delicate now. Kind of like the hair on top around the ears. It renders a bit more like that. There is some where the hell is the thing to make it a bit more ingrown so it won't stick out of the hair, because it's out of the head. Sometimes I export it and it looks fine here, but in Keyshot the hair is like floating over the surface instead of really connecting. And I have to correct it by downsizing it a little bit, and it ends up moving it from where it originally was, and it's a pain. And I haven't been thinking about that until now, but there's a way to make it more sort of ingrown. Except I cannot find where the fuck that is. Embed is what it is, isn't it? Do I want a higher value or a smaller value? Embed in 0. In a negative value, it's really sticking out and floating. Okay, yeah. More embed is more inside of the thing. Is that why are there? I feel like I keep making them thicker. And I've reduced all the values. Why is it thicker? Why does it look thicker? Or appear to be thicker? Maybe that way they're kind of subtle. Maybe closer to the eye, but again, it's a freaking frown. I don't want a frown. But closer to the eye, more of a curve here. Without it looking like it's rising them, without it looking like it's frowning, without it. Maybe he could look like he's... Because again, there's something fearful about him. So maybe it doesn't really matter if he looks sort of surprised or sort of... He shouldn't frown, definitely shouldn't frown, but... I kind of wanted him to look a little bit ambiguous, because it's a freaking bot after all, and for him to look a little bit scary, and I guess he does, when he opens his mouth, he has a lot of like small sharp teeth. And that's like the most, and the fact that he's giant is the most imposing and sort of scary thing about him. But I don't know if I make him too benign with his brows. Hey, thank you. I saw you followed me the other day when Aventura raided me and I had just ended the stream. Thank you for following and for coming by. Maybe I should give it a bit of a frown, but anyway, he's gonna be upside down. How do you read a frown upside down? It's tricky. Why is it so tricky? I think those brows are kind of... I've gotten used to the fact that he has brows now, and without them looks weirdly unfinished. Looks a bit like a pug again. I've gone through so many phases and stages with this guy. This hair is a bit too straight. The grooming brushes are a bit too dramatic, I feel like. The intensity is probably too high, but I think it would benefit from being a little bit curvier. Not so... yeah, but that's a problem. I'm trying to curve it in one direction and they get sort of pushed in a weird other direction entirely. They look a bit too straight from some angles. These sort of sideburns. These grooming brushes sometimes mess up more than they fix, I feel like. I don't want it to look so completely stiff as they are right now. I don't want to mess them up either. I think that could work. I'm gonna take a screenshot in OBS. I don't really know what else to do in terms of I don't want to get too much into weird details that probably are not gonna show. It is supposed to be somewhat cartoony without being completely cartoony. I wish I could make him show the... Right, I have the grooming brush on. I wish he could show the teeth a bit more, maybe. I don't want... That's really weird. It looks like a. But maybe, yeah, maybe this lip could be or should be shorter. It's grimacing. Maybe not exactly like that, but I feel like the. Wait, what does he look like upside down? I always have to think of him upside down. I feel like the teeth are more of a trait. What the hell is this? The lower, the gums. Let's remove the lower teeth for now to see him kind of like that. I don't even know what's happening. Let's bring back the teeth. No, not this. Oh, I deformed even the eyes when I did that. I don't know, but I feel like it could benefit from showing the teeth a little bit. It's supposed to be not scary, but kind of ambiguous. And one of the things that make him kind of scary is the teeth. What the hell am I looking for? I had like a nice reference somewhere. Not that I'm being very faithful to anything too realistic, but I should do it in this head, really. I don't want to squeeze the nose too much, but I feel like it's looking more batty already by tightening this. Is that better? What the hell am I doing? Like this should be a little bit more curvy here. So many bats look like flying dogs, flying foxes. They are even nicknamed that. But I wanted for this guy to be more batty and less like other animals. That's why I really wanted the weird sort of hood around the nose and that kind of thing. Yeah, I think this does look better. More bat-like. More... should keep telling myself that. Here. A little bit rounder. I missed Aventura's stream today. He started a bit early for me. And well, I didn't think he was going to stream again until before Monday. freaking wings keep getting in the way. I should probably relocate the gums on the upper teeth now that I've changed the freaking, where is anything? This is the jaw, the tongue, the gums, and the lower teeth. I'm so freaking sick of the wings. What did I hide? Get out of the way. I don't even know. I like that we can see some of the teeth here. Well, now it's sort of just clipping through the jaw. I almost want it to look kind of like a hyena, if it has to look like a other animal and not exactly a bat. I wouldn't mind like a flying hyena. Okay, let's hide this and this. And let's look at the freaking jaw. Why is this so high? This is too high. Why is the tongue so forward? I don't freaking know. Let's bring back the freaking wings. What is this? No, this is the other set of wings. Oh, this is the other side. This. Not this. I don't know if I'm gonna have to remask the freaking... I wish there was a way to preserve the mask, or to somehow save it and load it back again. Because I need to subdivide this more, and it won't let me with the mask on, or it will mess it up. Is there anything in here, or is something in the screen? Must be the screen. God, I really want to finish this guy today, but I have like an hour and a half now left, I think. Well, I should freaking do this anyway, because it doesn't let me subdivide. Can I freeze and then divide more? Is that gonna work? I didn't really... I don't know. Because it took me a long time with a really small brush to really mask this side of the ear without masking the other side. But now I have to get rid of the mask to subdivide more, and I don't wanna. Where was the auto masking back face mask? Even with that on, I had to do it with a really small brush so it wouldn't bleed through to the other side. But I'm gonna have to do the kind of paint job that I want to do. I'm gonna have to subdivide more. Okay, and now back really painstakingly. See, it has to be an even smaller brush because that already bleeds to the other side. So I have to do it like painstakingly, and that is still kind of bleeding to the side. Should be an even smaller brush. God damn it. It was a bit of a pain in the ass, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Yeah, sorry, I know this is not the most engaging thing in the world. I wish I knew a better way to do this. Is it still in one side and not the other? It's gonna take a while, but at least it's not the end of the world, I guess. Yeah, because I want for the inside of the ear to be very different to the outside, and I'm gonna have the exact same problem with the poly painting that I'm having right now with the masking. So I prefer just masking, or the poly painting is gonna affect both sides. Instead of just the inside and the outside separately. If I do it with a bigger brush, it bleeds over to the other side even when back masking is, what is it called? It's enabled. Back face mask. I don't know if I should change these values, but I think I tried the other day and it didn't really do anything. It kept bleeding to the other side. when I finish this guy I might switch it up for a little while and try to make some environments. And since I'm already with this guy, I might try to do his cave next. I'm not great for environments. Everything that I make always ends up feeling claustrophobic, kind of too tight, kind of weird and unnatural. But the more reason for me to try to start to do an environment for this project. Or maybe I should do like one of the towers or one of the. Hey, thank you for following. Iliga? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. This is kind of annoying, but well, this has to be done so I can paint the head and the inside and the ear, the inside of the ear and the outside comfortably without the paint job bleeding from one side to the other. I should refine the edges. Well, for now, let's do all the coverage that we can. I'm happy to be finally working on this project. I wanted to start it all year last year, and for one reason or another, I couldn't. I've been making these characters to make like a sort of little animated thingy. Not fully animated, it's not like 3D animation, it's a bit of a hybrid. Because I cannot rig or animate in 3D. Blender doesn't really work for me. I don't know any other thingies. I cannot really animate with the few softwares that I have and know how to use. That's why I've spent years wanting to do things but not really being able to do anything. But now that I found this kind of a way of making some kind of hybrid cinematic kind of thing, kind of like a motion comic in a way. It's not fully animated. It's just like puppeteering around the renders of the 3D models in this 2D 3D hybrid. I'm kind of a frustrated filmmaker. I went to film school, didn't graduate, didn't really get into the industry, but I always wanted to do some kind of thing, tell my own stories. But of course live action is expensive, it takes an army of people, and I only have myself to play with, I was going to say. That doesn't sound right. And animation is not really a thing that I could ever do before. I'm not very comfortable with drawing, let alone animating. And I've done some 3D stuff for years and years, but again, rigging and animating 3D is not a thing that I can do. So here we are. I found this way of telling some kind of stories with a sort of a kind of rudimentary type of animation, and I'm finally going for it. Yeah, it's like a lot. It's a kind of an ambitious project. in general, yeah, it's like, but I figured the best way of learning was making things. Finally going for it and try to do it. I've been waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions, the perfect this, the perfect that, and it's not been happening for years, and I'm gonna keep waiting forever if I don't just go ahead and do it. I keep waiting for some weird planets to align or something, metaphorically speaking, and they're not gonna align if I don't make them. And streaming has been a great tool. It's given me a sort of a schedule. It's kind of forced me to work on this, and I'm finally doing it. If I was on my own, I would be procrastinating, doing nothing, doing a session of sculpting like every blue moon, never finishing anything, never making any progress. But with this now, this is already like the 5th character that I'm working on. Is it? I never remember which ones I'm counting. This I wanted to give a sort of a very messy base, and then flatten this and then paint sort of a sort of hair pattern on top. I don't know if this is the color, but let's freaking try it. Let's break the symmetry in the seam. The inside of the mouth should be reddish and all of that. Well, for now, let's give it a very funky kind of base, so it's not a flat color to begin with. Now I soften it, and it becomes a sort of marbly base for the color. Am I only affecting the paint job? Yes. Maybe I should even soften it in a lower resolution so it's even softer. It's just a base, so it's not a flat color. I always like to do that. I don't like to start the poly painting on a completely flat color. Maybe I should do the inside of the ears too, just to get rid of the white. Now that I see how many spots I've missed. With the masking, I didn't even realize. And I'm still really not seeing them. Dang it, I should have done it before adding any color. Let's go freaking back. Before that, here. Let's do it with white. Oh, I can barely see it. There's a lot of little spots where I missed masking. This looks kind of wonky. I should fix that curve. I hope I can really do some. Oh, and I was supposed to fix this edge as well. Why is this line here so wonky? Is that better? I don't even know. Again, the tiny brush. I don't really see. Yeah, probably the masking is really uneven. In a lot of places where I cannot really see it. Here there's a wonky line here too. It should be more curvy in this direction. Why here I see the mask bleeding over to the side a little bit. I guess I'm gonna have to just deal with it, deal with the fact that it's not gonna be perfect. What is perfect anyway in this whole thing? But I mean, obviously my limitations are my limitations. There are things that I notice and I wish I could do better, but well, there's that. Let's do again a very funky coloring just as a base again, so I don't have a flat, and I certainly don't want a white foundation for the color here. It doesn't even matter much that it's all smudged. Wow, here. Did I not fix the symmetry off when I fixed the frigging mask? Why is there so much crap in there? Oh Jesus. I see all these little white spots in here. Oh boy, freaking symmetry. It's never on when I need it. And I'm never stupid enough to check when I'm doing something important. I'm never smart enough to check. What the hell was I trying to say? I mixed up the two variations of. Okay, this is gonna end up being asymmetric as fuck. Eyeballing things, not matching anything. This line here that I fixed on the other side, I didn't fix it here because freaking symmetry wasn't on. Why wasn't it on? I'm such a freaking noob. Yeah. Why do I always mess up with symmetry? It's never on when I need it, it's never off when I need it to be off. I never freaking check. Anywho, can we proceed for once already? Let's freaking do the base color. Why is it not? Oh, because I'm doing it with white. Idiot. I should do it with this brownish. And then try to paint fur on top. And then I have to make the nose kind of pink and more translucent looking and all of that. Again, this is just a base, just a sort of a foundation for the color. Doesn't matter that it's all smudgy. Maybe I should paint the inside of the ears as well, and later give it like a pinkish kind of thing. Because in the meantime, especially to get rid of that white base, I absolutely don't want it. Don't want for any white left in here. Now let's soften the freaking thing so we can use this as a foundation for the coloring. Now let's go back to full resolution. And let's switch to here to see maybe if we can give it like a lighter shading around the eyes. Well, I'm gonna try the fur thing that I did before. I think the brush was relatively small, and let's sort of paint this sort of in the direction that the hair should look like it's going. Again, these fibers are not gonna be white, they're gonna be brownish as well. They look too contrasty right now, but they're not gonna stay like that. That's kind of the idea. I'm just trying it out right now. I came up with this. I saved this brush before, just testing what maybe the fur look should be like. Trying to give it a direction and a movement and a thing. To just give it a sort of a finishing without having to do everything with fibers. I didn't want to cover the entire face with fibers. Because again, it's sort of cartoony, not super cartoony. Maybe, well, that is freaking pink. It's so not what I wanted, but something like combining like a lighter thing here around these areas. I don't freaking know. Let's yes, don't worry about that. Let's just soften this even more. base color is just so I don't have a flat base. Again, I said it 10 million times already. I'm just trying to justify this weird marbled thing that this marbly texture that I've given it. It's just a base. Maybe with a larger brush? Well, not so symmetrical. Here, let's break the symmetry at the seam. Maybe that looks kind of like hair, like a hair finishing. I don't know how will I make it go up the ears without it here warping and getting funky. Is that the way the hair would go, or? Yeah, because it wouldn't do this, would it? Where the hell's my reference? They don't have that much fur in the ears, but I feel like it should follow this shape, right? It should go up following this shape, or rather. Again, I kind of wanted to look a bit painterly, a bit cartoony, kind of like a little bit like what I did with the turtle and the plates in the shell, the tortoise. I don't know how the ear's gonna work, but let's try to do the back of the ear first, kind of following the shape and the kind of movement. What brush size is this? 11. Just to see how it looks. Like shit. I don't freaking know. I did just one. Again, it's all for the sake of giving it a kind of painterly finishing that simulates fur. I don't necessarily want it to look realistic or super elaborate. I just want it to look like it's fur that's going in this or that direction. Maybe I should have done this with symmetry on. Let's undo a lot of this, most of this. Let's go back here, yeah. Maybe here the brush should be smaller. I don't freaking know. This inside of the ear looks pretty weird and empty. I should have done maybe this hair. I should make it curve instead of straight in here as a straight line right outside of the ear. I don't freaking know. Oof. Here around the eyes I should maybe make it lighter and already towards us now with lighter hair, but now I'm gonna apply all of this in the same shade before I change colors for anything else. Yeah, none of this is final. I'm just trying. If it looks semi-decent, I'm probably gonna leave it, but it's a bit of a test of what could I do with this pseudo fur. I've never done anything quite like this. Sort of painting fake hair. I've done some fur with actual fibers and whatever, but this finishing I've never tried it before, so it's a bit of a trial and error thing. It's pretty much the entire process. How much time do I have? Okay, I still have an extra hour for today, so I should be able to make some real progress. I feel like I haven't been making much progress this week. I struggled a little bit with the wings, with the extended wings, with the folded wings. So I felt like I haven't been making any progress. I like this. I don't know if it's stupid, but I like it. Again, it's a better finishing than what I had in mind that I was going to give it. Right, too close to this edge is going to sort of warp a little. And as I climb up, I should probably use smaller brushes for this shape. Maybe for the back I could do them perfectly symmetrical. Doesn't matter so much. I'm liking this brush. Again, I had tried something like this before but didn't really work, and I don't remember what alpha I had used or what exact method I had used. And I just came here today and sort of improvised this with this, and I'm liking it. If I had to do fake fur, that follows the shape. In any other way, I feel like I'd go crazy if I had to do it like one by one or something. But this way, if I had to do it with fiber, everything with fiber would be too heavy. The entire head covered in fiber, every inch of the body covered in fibers. There is something sort of painterly about it that I like. Okay, what brush size is this? Let's start making it a bit smaller now. Here, up here. It does look a little bit too uniform maybe, but I don't mind so much. There is something that looks like painted on. Well, it is being it's more being stamped on than painted. But oh, I don't know what it's gonna end up looking, but what it's gonna look like in the end. But again, so far I feel like I'm already giving it a better finishing than I thought I would. I didn't want for any of this to end up with just a flat color or with some weird sort of texture wrapped around it that wasn't going to really match the shape. It wasn't really going to look like it goes in the direction it should go. This looks already a little better applied than what I thought I would do. That's kind of a problem around these edges, it sort of wraps around in a weird way. And I don't want to... This looks... When did I do that? Do I have to undo too far back? Here also there's like a weird thing wrapped around. Maybe I can just soften it. Okay, that's too small. That exactly this, how it wraps around this edge in a weird symmetrical way, is kind of what I want to avoid. But normally I would avoid it by masking, but I already have the masking problem of the year. I'm gonna save just in case it crashes. It's been behaving today, but you never freaking know. And sometimes the auto-saved things are like corrupted or whatever, and they're not really recoverable. So I can't really rely on that completely. This is probably a kind of dumb way to do this, but for me right now it's become a kind of a satisfying solution. Why is it so grainy here? What the hell happened? Okay, again, this edge ended up. Maybe I can just blur out this a little bit. Oh, that softened the entire thing outside too. Yeah, that's exactly the freaking problem. I should do it with a much smaller brush, or it's gonna mess up everything. Did it still do it? Well, maybe a little bit, but not so much. Okay, that's way too big. What the hell size was I using here? 7? I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know. Maybe I could have used like an exact, like more, but again I'm not even going for realism or anything, but maybe instead of an alpha I could have used some kind of tileable texture, but I don't know if it would have wrapped around the shapes well enough, or maybe it would look too even, too uniform, too flat. I don't frigging know. I like the face. I'm not too crazy about the ears, but I like the face. There's a bit of a wonky edge here that could follow this curve better. Why does this look so weirdly pixelated here? Maybe before I switch colors in the palette and everything, I should do something with the freaking jaw. Kind of the same treatment. I tend to not talk about my nationality because it can be a bit of a sensitive subject, but it's not like a big secret or anything. But especially now that the country is like in shambles, I don't really want to talk about it every time that it comes up. But no, it's okay. I mean, I feel weird. It's kind of weird turning it into some kind of secret, but it's such especially right now that we've chosen the weirdest fucking president that's has set the ruins of a country on fire, and we're supposed to be grateful or something. Okay. Have a nice shit. Is here in the color thing, is there a freaking way to save the color? Because sometimes I accidentally color pick the wrong thing from the wrong place and I lose the color that I have, and I guess all I have left is memorizing the RGB sort of value. But why isn't there like a palette thing where I can freaking save specific colors? Or is there? If there is, I've never known. I don't know what direction should the hair in the jaw follow. I don't know if it's more like this direction, like the actual shape, or it should be somehow wrapped around like this. This resolution is kind of low. I'm gonna have to subdivide one more time, and there we go. I don't think it should wrap like this necessarily, but it looks more like a kind of a beard situation. Because if it just went this way, following the shape of the jaw, it kind of works. I don't even know, but well, since we're at it, I should take a bathroom break too. I don't know why I've been drinking all my water. Sometimes I forget the water bottle and I don't drink it. I'm perfectly fine, and when I do bring it, I'm drinking all the time. So I'll be right back myself. Okay, back. In the back. It's capturing so weird. I feel like it looks so much better in my screen. It's capturing darker, too contrasty, I think. I was thinking, maybe I should do this in a kind of lighter shade. I don't know if it's already too dark and it's gonna be already in the dark in a cave. Hey, Ventura, how are you? I'm just trying out some things with this guy. I missed your stream today again. It's kind of early for me. Well, I didn't think you were going to stream today. Also, I thought you weren't going to be back until Monday or something. Oof. What happened? I don't know if I should wrap this hair around like this or what the hell. Oh, that's weird. OBS here today sort of disconnected at some point. I don't even know why. I don't know if this should look kind of like whiskers, but I think it didn't really interrupt the stream. But it gave me this notification of being disconnected, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? I wanted to make this area around the eyes a bit lighter. I don't want to switch colors yet. Sometimes let's I'm gonna take a screenshot just in case. Let's swap again. I think I wanted to give this a lighter base before trying to paint the hair. Where's the... okay, this. Where's my shading brush? Kind of like a subtle thing, but a lighter thing here. Then the nose is gonna be more sort of pinkish towards these sort of friggin' shape. And maybe around the eyes as well, a little bit lighter, especially under the eyes. Hey Breen, how are you? So many people today. I'm good, kind of tired for some reason. I don't know why this week has been kind of intense. Yesterday was a really weird day. I had some weird anxiety. I felt really self-conscious coming to stream. I don't know why. I'm a shy person, but it hasn't affected me so much. Until yesterday. Yesterday I was like, I didn't really want to stream. I don't know what the hell was that about. Yeah, I almost didn't want to stream, but I thought it's a Friday. For a change, I can take the full 4 hours and I can make some actual progress. So I came and did it. I don't know why. I had this weird anxiety yesterday. Same, I feel like I haven't been sleeping well or enough for a while. I don't know if it should be lighter. This pinkish thing here. It isn't really looking pink, it shouldn't be too saturated. Oof. Yeah, same. I feel like it's so hard for me to fall asleep and to maintain really sleep. I don't even feel rested. I wake up, and I've even been waking up kind of late. But I fall asleep so late that I'm not even that rested or anything. I wake up tired. It's so difficult. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying. I don't know why it has this funny little V-shaped lower lip. But I copied that from some reference that I saw and I liked it. I've been trying to copy the most bat-like qualities that I can from my references. I'm not following any reference too closely, but because again, I'm not really going for realism or anything. I like this sort of pinkish lip. I had, well, it's unrelated, but that's also been affecting my sleep. My dog, I don't know what the hell she ate. She's really had a very upset stomach for a while. She's always messing with bugs and with whatever. It's not even about actual food. That probably she's always eating bugs, eating the cat's shit, for crying out loud. I try to prevent it, and there she goes again. It keeps doing it, and her stomach is always upset. I don't know why she's so fascinated by the cat's shit. Because she really likes the cat food, but we don't let her have it because it's not good for dogs. So the best thing she can get is the actual cat shit. So she's been having, her stomach has been really upset for the last 2 or 3 days. And we try to prevent for her to eat anything that she shouldn't, but we cannot be all over her all the time. Here, oh, maybe I should mask. I should mask the lippy thingy. Oops. Yeah, mine goes into the backyard or the front yard, and she's very attached to us, but she's kind of independent at sometimes, and at those times we cannot ever know what she does. She's always like eating bugs and getting sick from that. Oh wait, there's so many stink bugs suddenly again, and she eats them and gets sick. I don't know if it looks better with the hair sort of wrapping around the jaw like this, or following the shape like this. But this looked kind of lacy when I tried it. I feel like this looks better. Well, now it looks too symmetric and maybe too small. But I feel like if it wraps around this way, looks kind of better. Not that it looks great either way, but this feels too lacy, just straight like that, following the shape. I feel like if it kind of wraps around like this, it's kind of better. I don't even know. Well, we are here to try and fail, to try and maybe sometimes succeed. I have never really done fur like this. When I've done it with fibers, and I've done fibers here, but I wanted to try this kind of finishing and just sort of paint it on. And it looks kind of cartoony and kind of painterly, and I don't mind it. I actually like it. But I don't know, again, I still have to find the right way to do it. Something here that looks off. Again, it's sort of realistic, sort of cartoony, fantasy character. Yeah, this hair is not going to be white. It was just left like that. It's going to be darker. Well, it might get lighter in some parts or something, but it's not going to be white like that. That was like the base color of the fibers that sort of stayed that way. To see what it looks like, yeah. Yeah, it's tricky anyway, cause he's gonna be like inside of a cave, so the lighting is gonna change anyway. I haven't come up with the exact lighting of what anything is gonna be like for the final scene. I did try it before. It was sometime this week. I tried it on Keisha to see what it was going to work, what it was going to look like, and what I could do for the translucency of the wings and all of that. And in the end, it's gonna be kind of monochromatic. That's why I'm not too bothered about the color right now. I'm kind of more worrying about the contrasts and because the lighting in the cave is gonna be kind of dim and monochromatic, and I haven't come up with it yet. This is a freaking mess, but is it even visible? Nope, not really. I also have to think about, and I keep forgetting that he's gonna be upside down. So there's also that. I don't even know, and also this, why does it look like there's nothing going on here? I'll worry about the inside of the mouth later when I do the palette as well. That's why I'm not even that worried about the detail, because it's gonna look maybe this is too light. It's gonna look different it's gonna be. He's gonna be in the dark. This is the color that I'm looking for. Maybe with a lower intensity I can try to do this sort of whiskers here. Not whiskers, but kind of trying to follow the shapes. Here around the eyes, I don't know how I'm gonna make like maybe with a smaller brush. Oh, it's touching the nose too much. This curve is tricky. It should come like this way and through here. But I don't want it to be too small all of a sudden. Too different to the other hairs. And this, I don't know, again, it shouldn't follow the shape, it should be like around the eye. Well, that's too small for this resolution. It's just some messy thing. Oh no, my screen turned off. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it looks like it's not affecting the screen, the stream, but I think it's the HDMI splitter that sometimes causes some garbage. This looks a bit too light, the light color. I don't want to flatten it too much, but I don't want it to look too contrasty either. It's just for the sake for it to not be a freaking flat surface. It's not like it has to look like super realistic fur. Nothing is too realistic here. What time is it? That's so weird. Did you update it or something? Why did that even happen? My OBS got disconnected today, and but I think that didn't really interrupt the stream, because at least the clock didn't reset for me. But I don't know what was that about. What the hell brush am I looking for? Okay, this. This should probably come here and turn the corner. It should come from here. I shouldn't do this with symmetry. I tried a different OBS at some point. I don't remember whose. Not OBS Studio, but some brand OBS, like I don't know if it was like Streamlabs OBS or some actual crap like that, and that was so resource heavy. It really it was really terrible. I uninstalled it like immediately because it was so freaking heavy. I don't remember what it was. This is a good. I don't want it to look like a teddy bear now. That's furry. What a word to say. I don't remember why someone had recommended it. I don't remember if it was Twitch's own thing or Streamlabs, StreamElements, Stream something. Did they have their own OBS too? It's really freaking intensive. I don't know why the jaw looks so freaking... Jesus. It's so freaking weird. I hate it when something that was working suddenly goes to hell and you don't know what caused it. I've been having audio problems here, and it felt like it worked for 2 seconds when I did some gaming streams. And routing the audio became a problem. But I feel like it worked for one. I tried a lot of different things, and they all had their own drivers and they all had their own things. And when I finally found like one thing that worked, I thought of, well, I'm going to uninstall the others. And suddenly the one thing that worked stopped working because I removed some drivers from the other things or whatever. It was working only because of the combination of all the things that I had installed together. It wasn't just one thing that worked. What? No. Yeah, I need to optimize some stuff myself. My freaking laptop is just a dumpster of stuff that I do. Well, and this PC where I'm sculpting, because I'm sculpting on the PC but streaming through the laptop, and they are both like saturated of crap. Stuff that I maybe needed once upon a time, but I don't necessarily use anymore. Certainly the hard drives are both pretty much full. There's also a lot of shit going on that I probably don't really need anymore. How the hell do I want to do something here like sort of concentric to the eyes, but it's getting like messy here. I'll probably soften here on the actual eyelid. I'm not gonna keep that hair, but I want to do something like that around the eyes. But it's not looking right. Wow, time really freaking flies. I only have 15 minutes more for today. If I do it this way, it looks like shit. If I do it, maybe I should rotate this alpha 90 degrees and then apply it this way, and it would be not necessarily it's gonna be like concentric to here, but should I try the smaller brush? Not much smaller, because in this resolution, yeah, it ends up looking pixelated. Smaller than 5 doesn't look good. Doesn't look great this way either, but tomorrow's stream, usually Sunday streams are shorter, but I might just keep going so I can try to finish this guy. Or maybe I could just push it to Monday, but okay, yeah, don't worry. I was just saying that I only have 15 more minutes today to stream, so I should be done soon myself. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the raid the other day. Brand followed me the other day and came here again today from the stream the other day, from the raid. So I should be back tomorrow, but again for a kind of short stream maybe, unless I feel like I'm really motivated to finish the guy, so I might keep going, but otherwise I will stream either way, I think. If not, I should be back on Monday too. Yeah. I should have rated you yesterday, but I only had no viewers, so what the hell am I gonna rate you for? It doesn't really do anything. Good night. See you next time. See you on Discord and stuff. That's true. See you then. Here, maybe I should soften this. I don't know, this is weird, this is unlike anything that I've done before, but precisely because of that already looks better than the kind of finishing that I thought I was going to give it. I thought I was going to leave it pretty flat, pretty plain, kind of unfinished in that sense. But here we are. This is a much better finishing than I thought I could give it. Let's color pick from here somewhere, and let's. I don't know if the eyelid itself should be light or should be the reference that I'm looking at. That again, I'm not following too closely, but has like a lighter eyelid. But something, I just want to give him some kind of eyeliner. Hey, don't worry. We're almost wrapping up here for today. I don't know if we could rate someone now that there was 3 of us, 2 of us. I don't know if the eyelids should have like a kind of a pink tone as well. I don't know if that would add. The eye itself, I want to make it like kind of white and milky to imply that he's blind. I don't know if the lighter eyelid will contribute to that. That's kind of dirty. Should I try to make a sharper edge here? Saturdays and some Sundays I try to watch some movies. I don't have any specific plan for today. I don't know if there's anything new out there. I always have like a list of a million things that I want to watch, but I'm not always in the mood for something that I'm super invested in. Sometimes I just want some lighter entertainment. I don't even know what to watch today. I wanted to start some new shows, well, but I've neglected the few that I already followed, so what the hell am I gonna start? Why did I make this so fussy? I should have done it with a sharper edge around the eye. And higher intensity, lower focal shift. The sculpt itself should be better here. It's kind of lacking detail. But it already sort of is what it is. It's not set in stone, but I don't really want to go back right now to do this, to fix this. Something that I watched a couple years ago, I think. He's suddenly back with the second season, this show called The Tourist with Jamie Dornan. Being in Australia, he sort of wakes up not knowing who he is, or something like that, and a local police officer helps him, and whatever. It was kind of out of nowhere. Someone recommended it, and I watched it and I liked it, and suddenly, now there's a second season. I don't even remember if it needed a second season. I've been wanting to check it out, but I keep sort of forgetting. I did try to watch an episode and I fell asleep, so I didn't really continue. I had to go back and rewatch whatever I missed from falling asleep. It was a pretty cool show, but again, I don't know if it needed. I don't even have season 1 very fresh in my memory, so also that's a bit of a problem. And it was so much of a. It wasn't super convoluted, but it was all about him sort of rediscovering his identity, because he had suddenly woken up in the middle of the like the outback in Australia, not knowing who he was or what he was doing there. What? Not a curve. What the hell was I looking for? Lacy mouse, not a curve. Lacy step should be lacier, should be... no. The radius should be a little higher. Is that it? Yeah, that's better. It was a pretty good show. I think it was, oh, well, for obvious reasons, it's set in Australia, so most of the cast was Australian, and Jamie Dornan starring in it. But yeah, it was like a couple years ago. It's not really fresh in my memory. I have to either find some recap somewhere. It's full of them everywhere, I guess, now. There's a lot of shitty recaps made with like robot boys reading a synopsis from like Wikipedia or something. But I have to find a decent one. It's The Tourist, just like the... It's not related to the movie, to the Johnny Depp movie or anything, but it's The Tourist. Apparently there's another one that's just tourist. This one is the tourist. Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with Johnny Depp. Or with that movie. I don't even remember what that movie was about. But I think I saw it traveling somewhere. I saw it on a trip somewhere. Why is this edge so much of a pain? Why is it looking like shit? Also, I've been watching every now and then because there's like so many episodes, but I've been watching the original Twilight Zone that I always wanted to watch. I don't have a problem like that. I feel like a lot of people feel like they cannot watch anything that's too dated or anything. I enjoy the hell out of stuff like that. I really don't have a problem. Well, I love old movies too. I mean, I went to film school. I just love the craft and the everything of all time. Again, I don't even know if this should look pink or if it adds anything to the eyes looking. It looks, it even gives away how wonky, gives away even more how wonky the shapes are. This freaking eye. Anyway, that is all the time that I have for today. Thank you, Breen, for watching. Thank you, Ventura. Well, you already left. Thank you, Defi. Are you still there? Thank you, Rant. Thank you, everyone that came today. So much. I really gotta get going. I should be back tomorrow again, maybe for a shorter stream right before Phil's, and or again, if I feel like I can maybe finish this guy, I might go on for a bit longer and overlap with Phil a little bit. But I should be back tomorrow, and on Monday probably is more likely to be the day that I finish this guy. But I think I did some progress today. I wasn't counting on finding a way to sort of paint the fur on. If I didn't do this, it would be completely flat and it would be really silly and really unfinished looking. So this has been like a step forward towards something that I've never really done before. Again, anyway, thank you guys. See you tomorrow at Phil's, see you around, see you always. Thank you so much for watching.